What is the most common way that business owners get into problems with their taxes? This is the most common way. This is what we see most often. Year one, they're not making any money. They start a new business, they come from the corporate world, they come from teaching, they come from the schools, and they open up a construction company, they start selling real estate, insurance, but they're not making any money. The only problem with that is that they're probably investing money into the company out of their own pocket, and their personal expenses are not being covered. And so they're probably going into debt, a little bit of debt, and maybe even putting money, depleting savings. Savings is going down. Year two comes along and hopefully they reach an equilibrium. The company, the business is sustaining itself. Maybe they're still not pulling much money out of it, but it's sustaining itself. Their personal expenses hopefully have been kind of limited, so they don't have much as far as personal expenses. They still run up a little bit of debt, but it's minimal. They're not dipping into the savings as much. Now year three comes along, and hopefully, if everything's going as planned, they get a good income on year three. But the key here is, on year three, they have an income, but what are they using that income for? They're using it to pay down the debt from the prior years quite often. And so when they do that, what happens? Their tax liability goes up. Now, paying off debt is a great thing, but what is going to catch them by surprise is that they're going to have a tax liability. This is the perfect time right here when we want to become involved right here, when the business starts making a profit. That's when we're needed to put together a tax plan so that the problem doesn't go into runaway problem mode. If this is not dealt with and year four comes along, we hope year four is a good year, because they're going to be using profits from year four to pay the taxes on year three. If it's not caught here and this keeps going, you're going to have a huge problem. It's probably going to require some type of offer and compromise down the road. It will hold the business back, or the business may fail due to this. So this is the anatomy of a tax problem right here. Year one, there's no tax problem there because there's little to no income. Same answer for year two. No tax problem there, little to no income. Once the income starts coming in, once the profit starts coming in from that business, that's your gross revenue minus your expenses is that profit. Once that starts happening, you start having to pay taxes on the profit. That's when you really want to figure out ways to minimize that tax liability. If you get too many years down the road, it can be too late and cause a devastating tax problem that really stunts the growth and lifestyle of the business and the business owner. I'm Randy Martin with IRSProp.com. We help good people with IRS problems. We help people figure out that they've got a problem before it becomes a big problem. If you or somebody you know is in a position like this or could be, you want to give us a call at 214-214-3000.